You put the mar in me pockets. We don't go out on St. 'Cause if you want the truth, then this is bulletproof. Trailer Bravo, but your man. 'Cause we all know that life is full of misery. But if you chant the holy names, then you start to see the spiritual life you shouldn't really share. 'Cause it keeps you free from death and birth. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
I was sitting in my cat and mouse, right, having a crafty Aristotle of my favourite pig's ear and smoking an oily rag. You know, just relaxing. My plate of meat's up, you know, like, you know, kind of in my big dippers, while my traveller's drive was having a boat peep in her ankle tent. Next thing I know, right, listen, right, what do you Adam and Eve it, right? What do you Adam it, mate? I had a doctor hook and my bird cinder, and right there, right, that morning, right, was a rifle range, Trevor booking Hare Krishna hanging at my Henry Moore. I thinks to my rich and wealth, who's this fridge freezer then? Looks like a right Isle of Wight Bengali Lancer if you ask me. Read it. Well, I never. He only got 2 double yellow Swiss pines on his boat race, right? A little bit of Barnet Fair and his hammer attack and the back of his crusty head. Bleeding Nora! Bleeding Nora, mate! Oh, that's good. I can't believe it. Anyway, cool blimey, Gav. Now, cool blimey. Never seen anything like it before, right? What's all this about then? Was he having a giraffe? Was he, eh? Right from the zoo, mate. Anyway, I had a funny Uncle Bert on. Well, sorry, he had a funny Uncle Bert on, right? I had one too. Some Roman candles and a bedsheet wrapped around his wrap and shoddy. He looked like Radio Rental, mate. In fact, if you ask me, he looked more like a 9-bob note, especially in this area, you know what I mean? He said, hello, how are you? I don't want any bounty rabble. I'm just knocking at the Henry Moore's Daniel Fields of wheat, giving out these Captain Cooks. He then told me a right old Jack and Ori about how I'm not this rough and shoddy. I ask you, I thought for a minute, I thought, what are you on about, mate? Are you having a bubble bath? Because I ain't got Scooby-Doo what was coming out of his north and south. That was for sure, mate. He then gave me a sweet and he hollered, get this down your nanny goat. So I did. It was quite tasty, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, something strange happened, right? Something happened inside, you know what I mean? I put one of his captain hooks with my mince pies that he was holding in his brass band, and he said, have another doctor look at this. I was kind of interested, to be honest. I'm clever, you know, right? So I tried to half-inch it from me, yeah? You know, but this Hare Krishna freezer was as sharp as a javelin knife. And to be honest with you, I'm not much of a kind of a tea leaf anyway, you know what I mean? You know, I'm a businessman, you know what I mean? Anyway, right, I said, all right, okay, we'll settle this misunderstanding, right? We'll go square, right? So I'll do you a deal, right? I'll write you out, right, a goose's neck. But he insisted, right, in the hand, cash in hand, to Martha Ash. So I pulled out a deep sea diver to settle it, and he said, could I spare him, and he can send her. So I thought, what's he on about? So I dug deeper in the skyrocket, yeah? And I found some nifties. I thought he's not having that. So in the end, we settled for half a dozen quid. Anyway, the story goes on, right? He said, all right, thank you very much. I shook his brass band. It was a deal, wasn't it? It was a bill. It was like a thing, a men thing, you know, a geezer thing, you know what I mean? Yeah? So he added, he said, your soup bowl, right, is eternal. So never forget, you're rough and shoddy, but one day with brown bread. I thought to myself, what's he on about? Yeah. Then I thought, like a lot of deep, right? What he said actually, right, made a lot of gates and fence. A lot of gates and sense, especially because I went to my mate's kind of funeral the other day, you know what I mean? Got involved on the wrong side of the law, if you know what I mean, and the mafia, wrong guys. Anyway, brown bread, it's going to happen to all of us. I respected the ice cream freezer with a bit of fear and respect, you know what I mean? A bit of respect, man. So I got down to my bumblebees, right, and attached my Uncle Ted on his plates of meat. Now that is an interesting Jack and Ori. Anyway, that book, right, that captain, it changed my life, it did. Yeah, it did. It changed my life, and that's what the story I'm telling you, right? That's the Jack and Ori, what I'm telling you now. I'm going to go to that local Shirley, right? I'm going to that local Shirley temple. I'm going to learn some more. about the Harrys, because I think they're good people, good geezers with some interesting messages.
We got some half-price roties, devotees in their doties, bees, books, cows, bells, incense that makes a nice smell, swamis, pujaris, devotees in their saris, really pucker, raj, dust, rum and mush in the Hindu kush, 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 no intoxication, no